So we're playing as white, and we open with the e4 pawn. d6, we play this. That's an interesting setup. We're not going to have a bar of it. It's like a modern defense with a very early c6 played in it. I don't know how useful this is going to be, so let's play on and have a look. So basically, Black is not developing in a conventional manner. He plays an early e5 now. Let's see if we could. d6 is weak, so I'm thinking about knight here and then knight here, or perhaps knight here is better. But he might play e5, b5, which we don't mind, because then the knight goes back here, strengthen the d4 square. He no longer has the traditional pressure here of the knight on c6 pressuring on d4, and of course we don't want him. So as expected, he plays d5. I don't think it's a good move, because I think because of this, that's going to cause him trouble. If he takes, we take on b5, and then we immediately on d6. He may have overextended his pawns a little bit too much, so he goes for that, which is weird because we picked this up. The point here is not so much that we are picking up the pawn on c6, which we're going to lose at some stage, but we're actually opening the d file onto d6. Let's see if we can force him to take, and then we have, after queen takes, we have the rook comes here on d1. Oh, thank you very much. Thanks for the memories. Now it loses a lot, and then we just pick this one up. That's getting nasty for him. He's not achieved much out of the opening. Not at all. Alright. Let's just see if we can trigger some exchanges on the d file. Now our concern now is the knight on a3. It's a little bit on the edge of the board. We need to recycle it somewhere towards the center, like okay, we defend our knight. He's going to play a rook on d8, I'm pretty sure. He's going to play his rook here, to which we are going to answer a queen move, probably on e2. This knight is really annoying for him. It's defending here, it's very central. He cannot exchange knight for knight this way by playing knight d7, because the pawn would take him. Okay, he's gone instead for this, so how about I just move my queen, because eventually he's going to play a rook on the d file. There's no doubt about that. He was probably thinking about pushing here. Push, take, knight c4, great position. Now my bishop's going to swing onto e3. If he played knight here, so that was rook d8 is an expected move, so just develop the pieces. He might try to push on c4, attacking my knight here, but I don't think it's a great idea for him, because knight back, knight here. He's got holes on dark squares now. These dark squares, especially this one now. Should he move a knight move like knight back or knight here, I might be able to play bishop here. He's not doing well on time either. Yes, that's what I thought. I thought he might swing in his knight on. But I thought. Okay, we got two solutions here. We can. I don't like the idea of his bishop being onto my c3 pawn. So perhaps the best move is to counterattack. Now, the point of this move is, should he decide to exchange the bishop for this knight, he will become extremely weak on all these dark squares around here. Everywhere on the board, his dark squares are weak. Which in my opinion is more than enough compensation for the double pawn on e5. And the double pawn can actually be held with bishop here, and then later knight here, knight f3. Just have to keep an eye on this thing. Make sure it doesn't get on f4. Anyway, he's got a pressing problem to solve now, which is bishop c5. He decides to take, which, like I said, I didn't mind at all. Did not mind at all, because now we can see the clear weaknesses here in this game. You can play f6, but then bang, bishop c5. So he's going to have to meet the threat. And unfortunately for him, he meets the threat by moving away the rook from the f6 square. So now he cannot play f6. Can we just develop normally? How about that challenge on a4 first? See what he does. At least he's giving me a chance to drink my coffee. He's got 45 seconds left, which means that perhaps even if he won the queen in this position, he would not be able to survive. Just take this. You know, it basically opens up the file for my rook, and my rook ends up here, which is nasty. He's got to interpose, and perhaps we can attack that this way. What is he going to do? Like I said, even if he won the queen in this position, he wouldn't survive. So now we just do this. And he's pressed with time travel. We got plenty of time left on the clock, and he's not going to have a lot left. And he resigns.